What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Bruce Springsteen as we continue through his 1973 debut album, Greetings from Asbury Park, New Jersey. Thank you as always to Michaela. And as we move toward the end of the album, the next track is For You. So it sounds like a dedication, or at the least a reason behind doing something or saying something. And yet, even very early in the Bruce journey, and we are very, very early in this journey for which Michaela has provided a wealth of material and albums, I get a sense that a simple phrase like this might be part of this larger spun narrative or series of vignettes and visuals. So, yes, I don't necessarily expect the you in question to be a singular you. Now, it might be that. It might be one very specific person. But yes, we've seen already Bruce songs in which he goes through a number of scenes and he passes by all different manner of interactions and people. So yeah, if the you were a multitude, that would not surprise me either. I will try to follow as I can. Let's give it a listen. This is Bruce Springsteen. The song is For You, and it's from his 1973 album Greetings from Asbury Park, New Jersey.
Princess cards she sends me with her regards. Oh, borrow my shine vacancy. To see her you gotta look hard. Wounded deep in battle, I stand stuck like some soldier undaunted. To her gesture smile I'll stand on fire. She's all I ever wanted. Oh, but you let your blue walls get in the way of these facts. Honey, get your carpetbaggers off my back. You wouldn't even give me time to cover my tracks. You said, here's your mirror and your ball and jacks, but they're not what I came for. And I'm sure you see that too. I came for you, I came for you, but you did not need my urgency. I came for you, I came for you, but your life was one long emergency. And your cloud liners doing my electric surges free. We're crawling to my ambulance, your pulse is getting weak. Oh, be yourself on now to me, girl, while you got the strength to speak. 'Cause they're waiting for you at Bellevue with their oxygen masks. But I could give it all to you now if only you could ask. Oh, and don't call for your surgeon, even he says it's too late. It's not your lungs this time, it's your heart that holds your feet. Don't give me my money, honey, I don't want it back. You and your folded face and your Union Jack will take a local joker and teach him how to act. I swear I was never that way even when I really cracked. Didn't you think I knew that you were born with the power of a locomotive? They will leap tall buildings in a single bound. And your Chelsea suicide with no apparent motive. You could laugh and cry in a single sound. And your strength is devastating in the face of all these odds. Remember how I kept you waiting when it was my turn to be the guy. You and I cried out so proud when I found you broken on the beach. Remember how I poured salt on your tongue and hung just out of reach. And the band they played the homecoming gleam as I caressed your cheek. Yeah, that ragged, jagged melody, she still clings to me like a leech. That nail you wore in your chest always got in the way, like a little girl with a trophy so soft to buy her way. We were both hitchhikers, just said your ears tuned to the roar of some metal-tempered engine on an alien distant shore. So you left to find a better reason than the one we were living for. And it's not that nursery mouth I came back for. It's not the way you're stretched out on the floor. Cause I've broken all your windows and I've ran through all your doors. Who am I to ask you to lick my sword? And you should know that's true. I came for you, I came for you, but you did not need my urgency. I came for you, I came for you. Life was one long emergency, and your cloud line urgency. One my electric surgery.
I've never heard songwriting like his very early stuff. It's just like, in a way, it's almost like stream of consciousness. And again, with Blinded by the Light, someone mentioned that there was a bit of just like word association and, using words for rhymes. But even within that, the creativity to find words that work as sentences and that flow from one line to the next the way he does, it's remarkable. And then again, like, whether it's, different scenes traveling on a bus through New York, or whether here it feels like all these kind of different feelings and angles, maybe it is addressing the same person. Certainly, like, there are lines that come back around again, which make it seem more likely to me this is about one specific you that it is for, who he's come back for. There's still all these different phrases and lines and rhymes that, like, I just don't know how you write songs like this. Like, he had a very distinct songwriting style right out of the gate, which, they talk about some artists, it takes a few albums for them to really kind of find their voice songwriting-wise, and, maybe at first there's songs which are a bit more simple, or they're, just kind of focusing on the catchy music, and there might not be too much on the page, but, like, the pages here on his opening album, they're just overflowing. But okay, so there was a line about, get the carpetbaggers off my back, and, the other person might go to Bellevue, which is, kind of famously like a hospital where they deal with mental illness and, people who have, psychological problems and so on. So it seems like there's, a line about that, and then, again, like, how this other person's life is one long emergency, and, rhyming that with urgency and so on. So, yeah, like, it sounds like there is some focus, but then at the end he's saying, like, I don't care about this, I don't care about you lying out on the floor, and I don't, like, which that could mean different things. It can mean, someone who's inebriated, or someone who's passed out, or someone who's, in a suggestive position or something. There's different ways to take that, but it sounds like he's trying to pierce through all of it, and he's saying, I'm here for you, I guess in maybe like a psycho-emotional sense, or at the very least as distinct from others. So yeah, I don't really know what's happening, but it sounds like maybe it is about one specific person, and there's just a whole lot going on, or the speaker, the narrator is, thinking about this from a lot of different ways, including ways that relate to him, because again, maybe get the carpetbaggers off my back is just, a phrase that worked rhythmically and in rhyme and so on. But the idea of, like, other people trying to profit off his misfortune or something, maybe that could relate to whatever this dynamic is with the other person. In any case, another dynamic tune sonically. I was really noticing a few different things. One, the drums, definitely cycling, and there was, like a ride cymbal dancing away for a lot of the sections. We have, like, true piano, but then also electric organ. That layer was very clear in multiple sections, and obviously some nice guitar flourishes too. So yeah, I mean, it's kind of the whole package. I feel like, I've talked about some artists being like guitar poets, where I'm thinking of the lyrics and I'm hearing their voice and the acoustic guitar is strumming away. He's like a multi-instrument poet. It's, he's rhyming these lines, which are very florid and vivid and visual, even as I kind of struggle to keep up with them all. But at the same time, the drums are rolling, different keyboards, piano and organ, they're going along, and just the composition of the tunes are as ornate as is the songwriting. So just a really remarkable debut album. So yeah, loving the Bruce journey. Thank you again, Michaela. Let me know what you think of this one, and I will see you next time. Peace.